Well, that is easy because hands down, it has to be the platypus. A mammal that lays eggs. The male has a venomous spur on its hind leg. They have electrosensitive bills. The first ones that were brought back to Europe by early explorers, people thought they were fake. People thought they'd stitched together 3 or 4 different animals to create this weird, bizarre hybrid. They are one of the oddest animals on Earth, and they're found right here. Well, not really. I mean, as I'm always trying to say, animals really do not mean us any harm. The only time I've really had a bad bite was totally my own fault. I was walking through a swamp looking for big snakes called anacondas, and I trod on a crocodile and it bit me on the leg. Not surprising really though, because I was essentially walking all over its face. But I had 10 stitches and the very next day I was back in looking for snakes again, so actually didn't do me too much harm. Well, that's going to be the cetaceans, that is the whales and the dolphins. They have incredibly intense forms of communication amongst themselves. They may even have different dialects and different languages, some of which we just totally do not understand. And they could be just as complex as our own methods of communication. Certainly if you look at things like killer whales or orca, the way that they communicate together to organise their hunting would appear to be just as sophisticated as human communication. Well, the big dramatic ethics of my programs are all about proving that animals are not dangerous to us as human beings. Wild animals are not out to cause us any harm, and that is all wild animals. It's snakes, it's spiders, it's scorpions. They're animals that you can learn to live alongside and learn to love, and can actually be a tremendous amount of benefit to us as human beings. The only animals that are really dangerous to us are parasites, things like mosquitoes and tsetse flies. And if you can learn to live with those, then really wild animals just do not mean us any harm.